My husband stayed in bed for years after his parents passed, so I took our kid and left. 5 years ago, John's parents died in a car crash, and he shut down. The day we got the call, he went into our bedroom, pulled the curtains closed, and stayed in bed. At first, I thought it was temporary. I brought him water, sat beside him, and told him we'd get through it. But months turned into years. He barely talked. That room became his whole world. I was working long shifts as a nurse and raising our 6-year-old Connor by myself. Every morning, I woke up at 5 a.m., made breakfast, got Connor dressed, and got him to school. Then I cooked John's meal and carried it upstairs on a tray. He'd take the plate without turning around. When I got home at night, the tray would still be on the nightstand. Food cold, room smelling like old sheets and takeout. John started ordering food on my credit card while I was at work. Bags and boxes piled up by the bed. If I asked him to stop, he'd mumble, "I can't," and roll over. The bills got tighter. I'd sit at the kitchen table late at night, doing math on a scrap of paper, while the house stayed quiet except for the TV upstairs. I tried to get him help. I called our insurance. I found a therapist. I made an appointment and told John the time. The day of it, I brought him clean clothes and said, "Please, just come with me." He didn't even sit up. I ended up canceling and paying a fee. After that, I stopped asking every day, because hearing no felt like being pushed down the stairs. Connor kept asking where his dad was. He'd call up the stairs, "Dad?" then look at me like I was supposed to fix it. He asked why Daddy didn't play. He asked why Daddy didn't come downstairs for dinner. Why Daddy didn't come to his school stuff. I ran out of excuses. "Daddy's tired. Daddy's sick. Daddy will come down soon." Connor would just nod, and it broke me every time. We hadn't kissed in 5 years. No hugs, no touch. I stopped sleeping in our bed because lying beside him felt wrong. The house was falling apart too. Dishes, laundry, toys everywhere. I'd come home exhausted and still clean because Connor needed some kind of normal. Last Tuesday after Connor went to bed, I walked into that dark room and sat on the edge of John's mattress. I took his hand. It was cold. "John," I said, "please listen. I can't keep doing this alone. Connor misses you. I miss you. I need you to try. Get up. Come downstairs. Call a therapist. See a doctor. Anything." He finally looked at me. His eyes were empty. One tear slid down his cheek. "I don't know if I can," he whispered. "You have to," I said. "I'm begging you." He pulled his hand away. Then he said, "You don't understand what it's like to lose your parents." Something in me snapped. I stood up, hands shaking. "Are you serious?" I said. "You're telling me I don't understand loss?" He stared at the ceiling like I wasn't there. I kept going because I couldn't stop. "When we met, you were in your master's program. You had plans. I paid your tuition. I paid the mortgage. I worked extra shifts so you could study. And during that time, my little brother Drew died." My throat tightened. I didn't get to stay in bed. I went to work because we had bills. I couldn't even go to his funeral. John didn't react. No apology, just silence. I wiped my face with my sleeve. "When you dropped out halfway through the semester, I still paid for those classes. When you said you needed therapy, I found you one and paid. I was depressed too, John. I didn't want to get out of bed either. But I did it because Connor needed me. Because you needed me. And now I need you, and you can't even try?" I waited. He didn't answer. He didn't move. "Do you have anything to say?" I asked. Nothing. I walked out, grabbed my keys, packed a small bag, and woke Connor up. He blinked at me, confused. "Where are we going?" he asked. "A hotel for the night," I said. "Just you and me." That night, John called and texted again and again. My phone kept buzzing until I turned it face down. I texted back once, "I'll see you tomorrow." Then I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. While Connor slept, I wrote John a letter. I told him I loved him, but I was done being the only one fighting for our family. In the morning, I dropped Connor at school, then drove to the house. I didn't go upstairs. I left the letter on the kitchen counter where John would see it if he came down. The last line was simple and clear. "Get help or I'm filing for divorce. You have 1 week." Now they're saying my 1-week ultimatum is cruel. Was I wrong?